Alright everybody, Wednesday, September 12th here, and we got a double safety. So we got the safety on the ram right there, and then a block of wood. Just the safety will hold it, but it's just that extra peace of mind. What we're doing, a few things to do on the corn head. Right now what's happening is these knives, the snapping rolls, snapping knives, roller knives, whatever you call them in your area, are pretty worn. And I don't have them like straight touching, but you can just see, I could roll them so they'd be like this, but right now they're more like this, so it's exaggerated. But you see the gap up here, then you don't really see a gap back here, right? And it gets wider as you get back. Well, that's just the majority of your cutting happens up here, but as they get more and more wear on them, it starts working its way back. And we've gotten more than our years out of these, so we're replacing them. And rather simple to do, just not time consuming. I mean, it is time consuming. So there's, on the bottom side here, when you look at it, it's on a roller drum. So this is part of it, and it's a circle, right? And then there's 4 knives on each one. So there's 8 knives a row, 6 rows, 48 knives, 5 bolts a piece to hold them on, 240 bolts to get them off. It's enough of a workout, but needs to be done. The head will perform much better. And the other thing we're gonna do is get a different grease. We got tuned in on a different grease so that these tensioners, whatever you want to call it, will function better. Keep our chains a lot tighter, our gathering chains. And also we're going to use that same style of grease, these deck plates. From my understanding, in most heads you have to manually control these. That's at least when we bought this one, or when he bought this one. Drago's moves on grease pressure so that it adjusts to different stock sizes. And actually, so you can see how it functions, I just grabbed a stock here. So as you can imagine, the row comes in, right? So it comes in, and that knife grabs it, right? And these are spinning down, so it pulls this stock down, and that's when you see everything getting ripped down, right? Well, as if you get more and more gap, that cutting action happens farther back here, you know. And then if it makes it back there too far and you're going so fast, well then the head's, you know, it just doesn't get that chance to cut them up nice. If there's too much of a gap, it'll push your stock down like this. But if you don't have them nice and tight like the back, which with the new knives it's going to be all the way to the front like that, then we're going to get that cutting action. We're going to cut these up into sizable parts, and it'll, you know, it just helps for next year's crop. You got all this lot of material that's in the field, you can handle it better, it decomposes better. Would have really liked to maybe try out those 360 chain rolls, but from my research, the 360 chain rolls do not exist for Drago yet. So for now, we just have to deal with a new set of knives until that happens. So that's what this is. So yeah, new knives, better grease, better grease, oops, better grease, and it'll function better. Trying to get this head to function like it did, you know, a few years ago, and even when it was brand new. You know, obviously it's not gonna be a brand new head, but we're gonna make it dang close. So that's what's going on here. And these are actually 2 knives that are off. So as you can imagine, these are the worn ends. You know, I'm exaggerating it, but, and then towards the back it's unworn. What you'll see guys do is they'll actually flip them and switch sides and flip them, so that now this is the front of your head, you know, and it'll come in and cut right away. The problem is with that is if you miss this cutting action with the first 6 inches or whatever, it would be tight, you know. So you know, let's say they were like this. Oops. Let's say it was more like, I'm going to exaggerate it for video purposes, but let's say it was more like that. So you got your row coming in, it cuts, but you're going fast enough where the top part of the stock is already back here as it's still getting sucked through the top part, and it's not really getting cut, it's just getting pulled down. Now you are asking a lot out of your ripper, your disc ripper, to slice that up, and it's just not breaking down good for the next year's crop. So we opted just to go with new knives altogether. We're going through the work of doing this, so we might as well put new knives on, do it right, and make this head perform real well. So Oops, I kicked the. There we go. So, but yeah, that's what the inside of the corn head looks like. And not much else. Combine got a new rotor gearbox, a newer rotor gearbox in it. It's used but rebuilt. That's in there, and still have to do the normal engine oil and all the grease again. Might as well grease it again, make sure everything's good to go. Do all the once-overs, and our part order for the bean head should be here. We'll get those parts back on. Starting to get reports of guys combining about an hour away in a few directions, but we can't let that get us too amped up. We gotta play it cool. We'll get this stuff dialed in, and our crops are still, you know, a week off for corn at least until we can try it. We might be picking just a little bit in like a week and a half. I would see us doing it, maybe, just to try the dryer out, try the combine out, try the corn head out, make sure everything's functioning correctly, because we don't want to wait until the crop is optimal and then try it and then find out that, hey, you know, this needs to be tweaked and this needs to be tweaked, or hey, this wire needs to be fixed on the dryer. We want to know that everything's going to function, so we'll pick some of that corn that's 25%, and dry it down, but not much, you know, just a few thousand bushel, and make sure everything functions. So, excuse me, got a fly that won't leave me alone. So this here just gets so compacted. That's where we turn around to fuel up, and then all the water runs from the bin site right here and kind of drown that out. But grain cart tractor needs a bath. But with this, guys, I'm gonna just buzz a couple more bolts off here. I got a commitment tonight, so I'm off and running. But that's what's happening to the corn head. So, and that's what we're gonna be up to: corn head and bean head for the next couple days. So probably won't do another video, but that's what we'll be busy on. I just wanted to keep you guys posted. So thanks for watching. As always, take care, be safe, and we'll check you guys later.